Hello everyone, welcome to Lucy's Larking Adventures. We've had a bit of a week of terrible weather this week. It's been stormy, there's been hailstones, torrential rain all week. But would you just look at it today, it's an absolutely beautiful day. And we're here in the lovely Somerset countryside on the trail of a new brook. So we're just going to head now through this field to the site of the water, and once we're there we'll bring you back and we hope to find some interesting stuff. Okay everyone, so here we are, we're finally in the water. We've had a lovely walk through the countryside to get here, and hopefully you can see it's pretty lovely here. So the water is quite shallow, but if you just look, it's the time of year when there's all sorts of stuff kind of growing, so it's really hard to see anything. We're going to have to just lark by shape today and hope that we can spot stuff, but that's alright. And we know that there's stuff kind of in the bank here as well. We can see little glimmers of things, so we're going to have a look there as well. And see what we can find. So there's a little waterfall behind me, so obviously we're going to kind of head away from that. So let us get looking and I'll bring you back and let you know what's here. See you in a sec. Okay, so my initial comments were right. We are only able to kind of search by shape, which is going to be an interesting new challenge, but we'll give it a go. I'm sure we'll be able to spot stuff. And I was able to spot this covered in some of that grimy stuff and thought it was a bottle, and it is. And it's actually quite an interesting one, so I'm not sure of the age of it. It's definitely got some age to it. It's actually a Smirnoff bottle, but certainly an old one. Hopefully you can see the sort of etching on the front there, and it says St. Pierre Smirnoff and then FLS, I think. So definitely worth a clean up, I think. Not seen one like that before. So yeah, quite pleased with that for a first find. Let's go and see what else there is. So I just went in to pull this out, and I could just see this bit, so I was hoping it was a complete sort of stoneware ink jar or something, but just the remains of it left, which is always a shame, of course. But there is something else just next to it, look. Of course. So we're still hunting. It shows that we're able to find a few things, which is good, so we'll keep going. I'll try and bring you with me when it's a bit clearer, but I'll let you know what we find. Okay, so I'm just following the brook up a little bit further. I've got a couple of things to show you that I found. Some nice bits of pottery in the bank. Look at this. I can't wait to get that home, give it a good clean up. The colour is just still magnificent, isn't it? I found this and I was just curious about what it was. It looks like part of an old lamp or something, doesn't it? So that was intriguing. And then this handle, look at that. It's got a lovely design all along the handle, look, which is great. So I'm just going to continue up, look on the little beachy bits. Ryan's looking in the bank to the side of me, because we know that there's stuff in there. We can see some of it already, just sort of poking out, waiting to be found. So we'll bring you back shortly and let you know what we see. See you in a second. Okay, so Ryan's got a couple of interesting things coming out. Oh, look at this. A little inkwell. Oh, that's really lovely. It's in good condition as well, a little glass inkwell. I love an inkwell, so that's good. And it looks like it's got the swan on the bottom, doesn't it? Like swan ink, which is great. So that's a definite keeper, isn't it? And I think he's onto something else as well, so let's see what that is. Put you in there a second. Oh look, it is an old bottle, Fletcher's tomato sauce. Look at that. That's brilliant. So it's really great that there's stuff here that we can pull out, which is super. He's got another one as well. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, this one's a plain one, I think. But definitely got some age to it. You can tell it looks like it's even still got the top in it, you know, but it might just be mud. So yeah, we're definitely onto somewhere which has got lots to give. So that's great. We'll keep digging and we'll bring you back soon. Okay, so Ryan's just called me over to what he's doing. Apologies for the close-up of the mud that you've got here, but he's just felt this as he's brushing around in the mud, and we think it might be a clay pipe, just from the shape of the mouthpiece, look. So we are hoping so. I'm just going to pull it out and see if it is a complete one, or it is complete. Yay, how exciting. Always very exciting to find a clay pipe. And it's got a face on it. It's not just a plain one either. Look at that. That is absolutely magnificent. How exciting is that? That is the first clay pipe with a face that I have ever found. I've seen people find them for years and I love watching other people find them. Oh look, he's got a little bit of hair at the back as well. Oh, he's great, isn't he? Don't you just love him? So I can't wait to get him cleaned up. I'll show you some clean photos of him so I can show you what he looks like when he's clean. But look, isn't that still in really sort of good condition considering it's been banging around here for God knows how long. So yeah, super pleased with that, really exciting find. Hopefully plenty more to come. So one of the exciting things about this bank is that right along the bottom there appears to be lots of crockery looking out. Look at this. So I'm just going to go and have a look at some of this and see what sort of condition it is and how old it is. Nearly there, I think. Yeah, there we go. That's just a plain piece, which is always a bit of a shame, isn't it? Wonder what it would have been. But I'll keep having a look for some more. As I head further down, you can probably see bits poking out as well, and there's some further up as well. So I'll bring you back shortly and I'll have a look for some more. So there's a few bits of pottery that seem to be higher up as well, so it's a bit of a jungle, so apologies for reaching across here. There's another plain bit, look, it's a shame. And I can see another bit here, look, which is stuck behind this tree, which is interesting. There's a jar just a bit further up, I'll show you in a second, which is actually sort of grown into the tree root, which is odd, but I guess that's just the way it goes, isn't it? This has got a pattern on it, so that's a good sign. What's it got? It's got a king. What does it say? God, let's mud off now. It says May 12th, Coronation, 1937, Edward the 8th. Is that right? Yeah. How exciting is that? Oh, it's got a little chip out the corner, look, which is a shame, but you know, don't find those every day, do you? Hanging around in the mud. So broken or not, I'm going to keep it. What do you think? Look at this lovely bottle. Warren's just pulled this one out, and I love a lemonade bottle. We find quite a few of the Eiffel Tower ones, but this is Bird's lemonade crystals. So how about that then? Same lovely. They've just got such a lovely little shape, haven't they? These little bottles. What does it say here? Alfred Bird and Sons Limited, Birmingham. So yeah, that's a super find. I like that. I'll be adding that one to my collection for sure. So I've just had a little find of my own. Look at this, a little tiny tin. Schrader valve caps. Trademark. A. Schrader and Sons, England. And I can't quite open it. I think it's supposed to sort of slide along, but I can't get it to open. So I'll get round to have a look at that, see if there's anything in there. But isn't that like a really neat little thing? Look at the size of it. So yeah, absolutely in love with that. It's a super little thing, isn't it? Look at this, here's another tiny, lovely little trinket. So everything's extremely muddy. I haven't painted my nails today, some of you might notice, but it's kind of just as well because my hands are really muddy. So I thought this was silver at first, but I can't see any signs of it being silver. It does say made in England. And I think the lid will come off. Yes, it will, look. So it's full of mud, of course. I wonder if that's like a little pin case or something. Isn't it just dainty and adorable? So it feels quite fragile, but I might try and clean it up, and I might actually use it, you know, because I think that's really sweet. So what a whole range of kind of interesting stuff we're finding. So a few bottles, of course, the magnificent clay pipe, which is, you know, like find of the year so far for me. And just a few other sort of bits and bobs which are always lovely to find. So we'll keep you posted and bring you back shortly. So look what I've just found, I find these sort of relatively often, little bottle stops, just sometimes it's still in the tops of bottles, which is always fun. But these I've just pulled out of the bank, and I found one. I thought, oh look, lovely, an old bottle stop. And they just kind of kept coming. So someone, I think, has thrown away a crop of them. And I'd like to kind of wonder why, you know, maybe they just moved to bottles that didn't need them anymore, or maybe they just had too many. So yeah, normally they're kind of thrown out with a bottle, but these can't have been because they're just all there together. And some of them are pretty interesting. So look, I really like this one. This says R White registered. I don't think I've got one like that actually, you know, 27 on the other side. A couple like these with the sort of U on there, sort of fairly common. They're in pretty good condition as well. This one's sort of, again, quite a plain one. As is this one, look. Yeah, so quite a few that are the same. This is my favourite because I've never seen one like this before. I thought it said Jolly, which would have been fun, wouldn't it? But I think it actually says Tolly. T-O-L-L-Y it looks like. And it's a slightly different shape as well, look, isn't it? So yeah, look at those. 6 bottle stops all together. And they're going to go home together as well. So we've headed a little further along now, and I've just spotted this, look, which is always a lovely thing to spot, isn't it? So I'm going to see if I can get it out. Let me just use a stick, I think is probably a good idea, isn't it? Right, well that was harder work than I anticipated, but I think we're ready to pull it out now, so I've brought you back. Look at that, it's still got some liquid in it and a lid. I can't see anything on the lid. Is that writing or not? No. I think it's an old sauce bottle, you know, no writing or anything. So, you know, it could have been slightly more magnificent, but it's still quite nice to find a complete bottle, I guess. That's a nice old jar. Might try and clean it up, you know. Why not? So before we head home to clean up our finds today, I just wanted to stop on the bridge and just give you a little bit of an update, because I'd sort of promised, slightly elusively maybe in my last few videos, that there was going to be an Etsy shop, and the Etsy shop is going to be up and running today, so please do go and check it out. I'll put the link in the comments to this video, so the top comment, so please do go and have a look. It's predominantly just going to be like things that we found so far that we've got no space for, so it is a bit of a wrench to let things go, but I'm hoping that they'll go to great homes, and I hope some of you will really enjoy them. So go and have a look and see if there's anything that takes your fancy. And over time, as I start to sort of make things out of my pottery finds and my clay pipe stem finds and that sort of thing, I'll add them too. So I'll keep you posted on kind of how it goes, but please do feel free to stop by and have a look. And I also just wanted to let you know that we have set up Patreon. We really are overwhelmed by the support that you've given our channel over the last year and a bit, and we want to keep making great content for you. So if you'd like to support us on Patreon, I'll put the link in the comments, but there's absolutely no obligation. We'll still be out larking and we'll still share our adventures with you. Thanks ever so much for watching. See you when we get home with some cleaned goodies. Hi everyone, so we're back home. I'm going to do a quick roundup. I'm not going to round up everything because I haven't cleaned a lot of the sort of jars and things yet. So, oh, hello. It's my little kitten. This is Pig. He's obviously very pleased to meet you. Might out a sec. Goodbye. So I'll just show you the stuff that I have cleaned already, and the rest of it will follow. So a really good mix of things today. He's not leaving me alone, look. A really good mix of things today. So let's start at the front. This little tin is cleaned up really nicely. Ryan's done a good job of that. And actually, it has got, I think, something in it, doesn't it? What do you think? but we can't get it open. It's just kind of seized shut, and we don't want to break it, so I think he likes it. Yeah, okay, hang on, I'm just going to move him. Okay, there we go. Sorry about the distraction. Yes, we don't want to break it, so we're not going to try and open it, but yeah, pretty interesting all the same. Then there's my lovely little, I think this is a pin case, which just says made in England, no other marks or anything. But I really like that. That's probably one of the nicest things I think that I found. It's just a lovely little thing, isn't it? A really useful thing. Yeah, so really pleased to find that today. This is a mystery item. Now I kind of looked at it and thought, is it just a bit of, you know, something industrial? But it looks like it had a purpose. I thought maybe it was the back of a brooch, and I wondered what you thought. So yeah, let me know what you think. And then of course the lovely clay pipe. I haven't cleaned this properly yet. I've just sort of you know, taken as much mud off as I can, but I'm going to clean it properly with a sort of toothbrush, and look at it. It's fantastic, isn't it? I'm just absolutely over the moon with that. So that's really, really great to add to the collection. This lovely piece of pottery has cleaned up beautifully. Look at the colour. It's just magnificent, isn't it? And when you compare it to this, look, it's a real vivid, really vivid blue. So yeah, I was really pleased to clean that up. And we've got this lovely Coronation dish, look, from His Majesty Edward VIII. That's pretty cool. Really pleased to find that. A little bit missing, and I wonder if that was why it was thrown away, or if it was broken as it was thrown. But yeah, what a great thing to find all the same. My little shoal of bottle stops have made it home, so they're gonna carry on in my collection. And then we've got the glass at the back there. So this lovely Bird's Lemonade Crystals bottle, which is just it's cleaned up lovely, really nice. A lovely ink, always love an ink bottle, one of my favourite things. Oh no, I say that about everything. Fletcher's tomato sauce, which is, again, definitely got some age to it. It's not a screw cap, so it would have had a bottle stop. Maybe one of these. Well, not quite. And then this one I just thought I'd show you because I haven't cleaned it properly, but it has still got the remains of the top in it. I thought it was mud, but it is actually the stopper, or cork, I think maybe. So I have to dig that out, which is a bit of a shame, but I'll dig it out and clean it up properly. So it was a pretty exciting kind of lark today. Found lots of interesting stuff, like a whole range of stuff, which is always great. I really hope that you've enjoyed it too. And if you have, please press like, please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.